The notion that science is satanic and deceiving to faithful Christians is a perspective that has been debated for centuries. At the core of this argument lies a misunderstanding of the fundamental principles of science and its role in understanding the world. Proponents of this view often claim that science seeks to undermine the authority of the Bible and the Christian faith, promoting a secular and atheistic worldview. However, this stance is based on a flawed understanding of the scientific method and its objectives. Science, by its very nature, is a systematic and evidence-based approach to understanding the natural world. It does not purport to explain the existence of God or the divine, but rather seeks to unravel the mysteries of the physical universe through observation, experimentation, and analysis. The scientific method is grounded in empirical evidence, and its conclusions are drawn from verifiable data and rigorous testing. This process of inquiry is not inherently opposed to Christian faith, but rather complements it by providing a deeper understanding of the world that God created. One of the primary concerns of those who view science as satanic is the perceived conflict between scientific theories and biblical accounts. Theory of evolution, for example, is often seen as a direct challenge to the biblical narrative of creation. However, this perceived conflict stems from a literal interpretation of the Bible, which neglects the nuanced and poetic nature of the scriptural text. The Bible is not a scientific textbook, but a theological and philosophical work that conveys spiritual truths and moral principles. The creation story in Genesis, for instance, is not meant to provide a scientific explanation of the origins of the universe, but rather to convey the idea that God is the creator and sustainer of all life. Furthermore, many Christians have made significant contributions to the scientific community, demonstrating that faith and science are not mutually exclusive. Scientists such as Isaac Newton, Galileo Galilei, and Johannes Kepler were all devout Christians who saw their work as a way of understanding and glorifying God's creation. In fact, the concept of natural law, which underlies much of modern science, is rooted in the idea that God created an orderly and rational universe, governed by discoverable principles and patterns. Another argument made by those who see science as satanic is that it promotes a materialistic and atheistic worldview, denying the existence of the spiritual realm and the supernatural. However, this critique is based on a narrow and reductionist understanding of science, which neglects the complexities and mysteries of human experience. Science can only describe the physical world, but it cannot account for the full range of human experience, including emotions, values, and spiritual awareness. The existence of God and the supernatural is not a question that can be answered by science, but rather a matter of faith and personal conviction. Ultimately, the claim that science is satanic and deceiving to faithful Christians is a misguided and unfounded assertion. Science and faith are not inherently opposed, but rather complementary ways of understanding the world and our place within it. By embracing the scientific method and its discoveries, Christians can deepen their appreciation for the complexity and beauty of God's creation, and gain a more nuanced understanding of the world and its many mysteries. Rather than viewing science as a threat to their faith, Christians should see it as a tool for exploring and understanding the wonders of the universe, and for fulfilling their calling to be stewards of the earth and all its creatures.